Hi everyone, today I'm with Dave Ferguson, a wonderful harmonica player from originally from South Africa.
That's right, yeah.
Now based in Italy, and Dave plays a kind of solo show, plays in bands as well, but kind of has developed a solo show using loops and pedals, etc, etc. And we're in for a real treat today because Dave's going to talk us through his rig, which we plugged into a little amp here. Just to get an idea. We're sitting in my kitchen and we've been having a bit of a jam, etc. But it'd be great if Dave would talk us through all these amazing pedals he's got and then maybe do a tune for us. And yeah, if you're not aware of his stuff, check him out because what he does is absolutely brilliant, and sitting next to him, hearing him play has been absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to pick up the camera. I'll probably make a right hash of it, but okie dokie.
Put a 545 element inside. Well, this is a Akg Wireless that leads underneath here is the pickup. They don't make this anymore, but it's the smallest wireless receiver that you can get, and it's tiny. And then I've got this lovely IKEA light thing over here, just for fun. And so basically,
you got to have the lights.
You got it. Really,
I think that's a really cool touch.
It sounds like shit. It doesn't matter as long as it looks good. So this is basically the signal path, and I go into straight into a Dan Electro octave pedal, which is where I generate my bass sounds.
Okay.
And then I hit straight into this digital delay, which is just for a bit of delay. Bit of chorus, which I use every now and again, and sometimes for feedback effect, which I'll demonstrate to you. Then I run straight into this, which is a line selector,
right?
Which gives me three different options. It gives me that's just straight at a lower volume. Green is my clean signal at slightly higher volume, and red puts it through the Harp Attack here. And the Harp Attack is a fantastic pedal. It's designed and made by Randy Landry in Louisiana. It's got a sub-miniature tube inside of it. It acts like it's a single 6v6.
Right. Okay. So it gives it a kind of amp sound without having to have.
It makes it sound like an amp without having an amp. You can use it in front of an amp if you want, just to get more control and more sort of saturation or breakup, etc.
Right.
It's. I think every harp player should have one. You know, especially if you play amp blues, etc. I think it's lovely. I always used to work with a custom-made sort of deluxe amp that I had.
Right.
Very dependent on the amp, and then dependent on the room for the same sounds, etc. Whereas now I pretty much have a constant sound that I can rely on, and I know it's always going to be the same sort of thing. You know,
so you can turn up to a gig, just plug into the PA and off you go.
That's it. Okay, and I'm following on from that, so I can engage or disengage the Harp Attack. Look, the point is you can do this. You can engage or disengage the Harp Attack.
Right.
But there's something about I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. And Randy mentions it on his site. If you switch it off and switch it on again, you can hear sort of a high end sort of kind of like a squeal, which it's not that big a problem, but I like to be able to have the three options, etc. So I don't have to switch the Harp Attack on and off. It's much easier. That's on, it's off.
So it's real juggling when you're layering up this your sound. I was just watching you play a minute ago, and people don't really think about using loops so much, or don't associate that with harmonica playing. But I think you've developed a really fantastic style.
Well, it's thanks to Benjamin Darvel, better known as Son of Dave, who, when I was living in London, we became friends, and he was just starting to get a name for himself with his one-man loop harmonica pedal sort of thing.
Right.
And that's what got me started with loops. Really, it was just like, wow, here's a way that I could play without having to call 5 mates and.
Right. Yeah.
And then, but I've got a gig and my wife doesn't, want me to go out tonight and this, that and the other. So for me it was just kind of like a rehearsal tool, and then, and it led to just, and I started to be able to write songs with it. And so, the biggest worry initially was, I thought, well, you can't change chord. Everything stays on the one. And I was listening to a lot of Howling Wolf stuff. And there's so many of those songs that just the band stays on the one.
Right.
Wolf will sing, he'll sing the changes over it.
Right, okay.
And in theory, everything fits over the one.
Right.
You know, the 4 fits over the 1, the 5 fits over the 1, and it works, you know. And, you know, you can't fault Wolf, really. You know?
You certainly can't. You wouldn't want to. So why don't you show us some of this stuff in action?
Yeah, sure. Just quickly talk as well. This is a BB Sonic Stomp, which is a Sonic Maximizer,
okay.
which is the last thing in the chain. So then the chain goes to this Equalizer, which just I tweak a little bit of 400 and 800 down a bit, and tweak a bit of 3.2K up, just to shape the sounds. Mainly because the mounting this 545 in here, it changes the mic sonically a little bit.
Let's have a look at the mic again. Let's get a good mic shot for all the Harp fans out there. See if I can focus that a bit better. Give it a little turn, little twirl. Brilliant.
There you go.
Alrighty.
This is real Harp geek stuff, isn't it?
This is Harp geek stuff. But I tell you what, when you fire it up, it's really it's a terrific sound.
Okay, so that just shapes the sound a little bit, and that's basically the MIDI.
Right.
So,
and you got that running through my tiny little Carlsbro amp there.
Yeah, shame. It's
which is not valve, and I think it's probably the first amp I ever bought.
Yeah, look, it's I mean, it sounds a lot rougher now through this, but you know, that's not a bad thing. So okay, I'll give you an example. You wanted to do that Everly Brothers song.
Yeah, but yeah, whatever takes your fancy.
So you start off with a beat. Okay, I didn't even talk about the loop station. So let me just say, here's the loop station, which basically you hit it, it starts looping. You hit it again, and it takes that and it loops whatever you've recorded, and you can overdub, and you can stop, and you can undo some things, which you'll see when I do a vocal harmony, and I'll sing a vocal line, then I'll harmonize over it, and then I'll release it. I will erase the vocal harmony when I want it to start singing again.
Right.
It's not always that wonderful. You've got to hold the pedal down for 2 seconds to erase it, but so you don't always nail that, but it works in a sort of live setting. So that song will go something like this.
Oh yeah.
made to make you blue. Love hurts, love hurts, love hurts.
Oh, Dave, man, that's terrific. Terrific. Thank you so much. That's absolutely brilliant. Well, apologies for my shoddy camera work. That was terrific. Absolutely amazing.